My name is Lisa Reeves, and in this video, I will summarize Brendon Burchard and Sonja Lyubomirsky's videos. I will compare both of their videos on how one shows scientific support and one does not. I will also discuss some personal experiences that I have had dealing with stress. Brendon Burchard's video, How to Be Happy, Secrets to Happiness, is about how happiness is common sense. When you think about your past, good or bad, you are happy that you have made it to the present. Being in the present, we make ourselves happy by doing what we really like to do or what we are passionate about. Thinking about the future makes us happy too, as we think about all the things in our lives that are about to come. If you are not happy about something, then that is a problem you have within yourself, and you need to fix it. Think about what you can do today or tomorrow that will make you happy, even if it's something small as cleaning your car or getting your hair done. If you are not happy, you have the power to change the situation. It's common sense. Sonja Lyubomirsky's Happiness for a Lifetime is about how doing acts of kindness can make you happy. Ms. Lyubomirsky quotes the following Chinese proverb: "If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a month, get married. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody else." All of these items, except for helping somebody else, will only make you happy for a short period of time. When you help someone, it makes you feel good as a person, makes you want to be more generous. It relieves your stress or discomfort over other people's struggles. The biggest factor that helps with acts of kindness is social consequences. You may make new friends, or if you are struggling, then other people may help you just the way that you help them. When you are generous and kind to others, goodness and positive things will happen to you. Sonja Lyubomirsky's video shows scientific support, whereas Brendon Burchard's video does not. In Mr. Burchard's video, he says happiness is one of the most studied areas of human endeavors in the history of the world. When you look at philosophy, this is all they have been talking about for years. Who is they? He is referring to. What are they studying about happiness? He does not give us specific information about who has studied happiness and what the data is to support or prove that happiness is common sense. In Ms. Lyubomirsky's video, she proves with scientific support her hypothesis. Does doing acts of kindness increase happiness? She had 3 groups of students. First group, who did no acts of kindness. Second group, that did 5 acts of kindness in a day. And a third group that did 5 acts of kindness over a 1-week period. She had these groups participate for 6 weeks in order to collect her data. After collecting her data, she was able to prove that acts of kindness does improve happiness, but that students that did all their acts of kindness in one day were happiest out of all 3 groups. Some types of stress that can occur in a workplace like Acme Widget is high workloads, conflicts with coworkers, and time constraints on projects. I had a conflict with a coworker that was very difficult to deal with. She was making some mistakes and that I, as her supervisor, had to confront her about. She did not like to be told that she made mistakes, and she could not promise that she wouldn't do it again. My manager asked me to hold a meeting with our department of about 30 people to explain that since we were all adults, that if you find a mistake that someone else has made, that you are to bring it to their attention and not to the supervisors. She was hoping this would somehow help the employee that was making the mistakes to stop making them. The coworker that I was having a difficult time with didn't like this new process and started yelling at me in front of everyone that was in the meeting. Instead of me pulling her to the side to discuss this in private, I responded to her with the fight or flight response. I started yelling back at her. I was getting loud and hostile. I could feel my blood pressure rising and my heart beating faster. Finally, someone in the meeting broke up the argument. I was so embarrassed that I behaved this way, but I felt like I was being attacked and I couldn't hold back my emotions. Later, I did apologize to the employee that I yelled at her, but it definitely put a strain on a coworker supervisor level. And eventually this coworker did leave, but it wasn't easy to go to work every day dealing with this stress. Another situation I had was in 2015. Upper management in my company wanted my department to go through a certification process. It would take a year before we could submit the application, but there were specific data, tracking, and policy procedures that we had to gather to submit with the application. I was chosen as the lead to handle collecting the data and policies as well as overseeing the tracking of information. I was given this task with the expectation that I would still handle my day-to-day activities as an administrative coordinator and meet all necessary deadlines for the application submission. There were nights I would go home with really bad headaches. I would cry because I felt so overwhelmed and didn't know how to handle the workload. I even ended up going to the emergency room because I was having chest pains. I thought I was having a heart attack. It turned out that my blood pressure was extremely high and I was actually having an anxiety attack. I was given medication and was told to take a few days off of work to regroup. During this time, I had to figure out a way to not let my work affect my health because if I don't stay healthy, I wouldn't be able to work at all. I went back to work with the attitude that I can only do what I can do. I will set up a plan to complete my tasks for the day. If not, then I will finish them the next day. I will stay strong and keep a positive attitude so that my anxiety won't get the best of me. With my hardiness and self-efficacy, I was able to achieve the completion of the application with all the information that was needed, and my department received a Level 3 medical home certification. A quick side note, I have not had an anxiety attack in over 2 years, and my blood pressure has stabilized. So it does go to show that with hard work and dedication, that you can achieve all your goals. You just have to have it within yourself to want to do it.